Hi, I'm Smriti Patania, and you are watching Chulbuli Days. Today, I'm going to read chapter 6 and 7. So, let's start. Ah, little prince, bit by bit, I came to understand your sad little life. For a long time, your only entertainment had been the pleasure of watching sunsets. I learnt that new detail on the morning of the fourth day when you said to me, I'm very fond of sunsets. Let us go and watch a sunset. But we must wait. Wait for what? Wait for the sun to set. You looked very surprised at first, and then you laughed to yourself and said to me, I keep on thinking I am at home. Yes, indeed. When it is midday in the United States, the sun, as everyone knows, is setting in France. One would just have to travel in 1 minute to France to be able to watch the sun setting there. Unfortunately, France is too far away for that. But on your tiny little planet, all you needed to do was to move your chair a few steps, and you could watch the twilight falling whenever you felt like it. One day I watched the sun setting 44 times, you told me. And a little later you added, when one is so terribly sad, one loves sunsets. The day you watched those 44 sunsets, were you that sad? I asked. But the little prince made no reply. Chapter 7. On the fifth day, and once again thanks to the sheep, the secret of the little prince's life was revealed to me. Without any preamble and as if it were the result of a silently thought out problem, he asked me abruptly, a sheep, if it eats bushes, does it eat flowers too? A sheep eats anything it comes across. Even flowers with thorns? Yes, even flowers with thorns. Then the thorns, what use are they? I did not know. I was very busy trying to unscrew a bolt which had got stuck in my engine. I was deeply worried as the breakdown of my plane was beginning to look extremely serious to me. My drinking water was running out fast, and I could only fear the worst. The thorns? What use are they? The little prince never let go of a question once he had raised it. I was annoyed about my bolt, and I answered with the first thing that came to my mind. Thorns are quite useful. Flowers have them out of sheer spite. Oh, but after a moment of silence, he said with a kind of resentfulness, I don't believe you. Flowers are weak. They are naive. They reassure themselves as best they can. They believe that their thorns are terrible. I did not answer. At that instant, I was saying to myself, if this bolt continues to resist me, I shall knock it off with a hammer. Once again, the little prince intruded upon my thoughts. And do you actually believe that flowers? No, I don't believe anything. I just answered any old how. I'm busy with serious matters. He stared at me in total astonishment. Serious matters? He could see me with a hammer in my hand and my fingers black with engine grease bending down over an object which seemed to him extremely ugly. You talk just like grown ups. This made me feel a little ashamed of myself. Relentlessly, he added, You are confusing everything, mixing everything up. He was really quite angry. He shook his golden locks in the wind. I know of a planet where there is a red-faced gentleman. He has never smelled a flower. He has never looked at a star. He has never loved anybody. He has spent all his time adding up figures, and all day he keeps on repeating like you. I am busy with serious matters. I am busy with serious matters over and over again. And he swells up with pride. But he's not a man. He's a mushroom. A what? A mushroom. The little prince was now pale with anger. For millions of years, flowers have been growing thorns, and for millions of years, sheep have still been eating flowers. And is it not worth trying to understand why they go to such lengths to grow thorns which are of no use to them? Is the war between sheep and flowers not important? Not more serious and more important than the sums of the red faced gentleman? And if I know of a flower which is unique in the world and grows nowhere other than on my planet, and that the small sheep can destroy it with a single bite, just like that, one morning, without realizing what it is doing, is that not important? He blushed and continued, If someone loves a flower of which there is on the millions and millions of stars, it is enough to make him happy when he looks at them, for he can say to himself, my flower is somewhere out there. But if the sheep eats the flowers, it is for him as if all of a sudden all the stars went dark, and you think that it is not important, and you think that isn't, and you think that is not important. He could say no more because he was overcome with tears. Night had fallen. I had dropped my tools. I couldn't have cared less about my hammer, my bolt, thirst, or death. There was on a star, a planet, mine, the earth, a little prince to be comforted. I took him in my arms and rocked him gently. I said to him, the flower you love is in no danger. I shall draw you a muzzle for your sheep. I shall draw you a fence for your flower. I I did not really know what to say to him. I felt very awkward. I did not know how to reach him, how to catch up with him. The land of tears is so mysterious. Wow, this is so beautiful. This is the painting that the narrator has drawn. That's it for today. Bye bye.